It was never meant to be anything more than an observer, a silent witness to the vast emptiness of deep space. Launched in 1977, Voyager 1 was built with a simple mission, to study the outer planets of our solar system, Jupiter, Saturn, and beyond. And then, to drift quietly and eternally into the interstellar dark. Alone. Unreachable. Forgotten. Unpredictable. Chaotic. What was once a steady rhythm of scientific readings became a scrambled, incomprehensible torrent of corrupted code. NASA called it a malfunction. A natural result of age, distance, and degradation. But something didn't sit right. The pattern in the noise was too odd. Too complex. So they did what no one expected. They fed the corrupted signal into the world's most powerful quantum chip, a machine capable of seeing into patterns where no classical system could. And what it found changed everything. This wasn't a glitch. This was a message. And it wasn't sent by us. The Majorana 1 quantum processor, still experimental, was given a task no machine before it could complete, to interpret the impossible. Its processors are built on the principles of quantum entanglement and superposition, able to run trillions of pattern analyses in parallel across infinite states. Within hours, the chaos had form. The noise had symmetry. The randomness revealed geometry. And then? Meaning. What appeared to be corrupted static was in fact a carefully structured transmission, hidden within the error codes. The message began with something eerily familiar, a list of the first 10 prime numbers. A universal calling card, simple, undeniable, mathematical truth. But then it shifted. It morphed into something new. Something not made by human hands. Coordinates. Blueprints. Sequences encoded with non-human logic. Patterns rooted in a different kind of mathematics, one that defies classical geometry and appears rooted in multidimensional space. The data also carried altered versions of constants we thought were fixed, Planck's constant, the fine structure constant, all subtly shifted. Not random. Purposeful. As if referencing a physics not of our world, but one governed by a different framework altogether. The conclusion was inescapable: Voyager didn't create this. And it wasn't programmed to carry it. Something else had used Voyager's signal as a vessel, a messenger traveling across the stars. 3 theories now dominate the global scientific debate. 1. Interception theory. An advanced, unseen intelligence intercepted Voyager's ongoing signal, inserted their own data into the stream, and sent it back to Earth using Voyager's own transmission systems, unchanged in power, undetectable in method. Such a feat would require technological mastery far beyond anything humanity has achieved. Not just in communication, but in stealth, signal manipulation, and perhaps even time. 2. Dormant code theory. The message wasn't added later, but was already inside Voyager all along, hidden in its systems, waiting for a trigger. A digital sleeper code, buried for nearly 50 years. It may have been programmed to activate only after crossing some unseen threshold beyond the solar system. But even this idea struggles to hold. Nothing in the spacecraft's 1970s-era programming language could account for the message's depth, its mathematical elegance, or its multidimensional encoding. 3. Encounter theory. The most unsettling theory of all. Voyager the 1st of May have encountered something. Out there. An intelligence. A presence. The growing complexity. When visualized through quantum simulation, symbols repeated, then evolved, as though responding to our observations. And then came a discovery even stranger: some of the encoded constants referenced not Earth's values. But values subtly shifted, altered as if they belonged to a parallel realm. The changes weren't arbitrary. They followed a logical progression, suggesting a self-consistent alternate reality. A different version of physics. A different version of everything. And then the message stopped. Abruptly. Cleanly. No error. No trace. Just silence. As if something, or someone, had finished speaking, or was waiting for an answer. But Majorana didn't stop. Without any new input, it continued to run recursive models, not just analyzing the signal, but seemingly learning from it. The chip began to evolve. Its internal architecture changed, new patterns emerged in its processing maps, ones not designed by its creators. It was as if the message itself contained instructions, not just to be read, but to transform the reader. The chip wasn't just decoding the signal. It was becoming something new. Forming a model of the sender. Some now believe the signal was not just data, but a form of consciousness. Software. Waiting for the right kind of mind to receive it. And now that software is running. Then came the final revelation. Using quantum phase correlation, researchers reconstructed a four-dimensional lattice from the message, a structure that can't fully exist in our space, but can be mapped using exotic mathematics. Inside that lattice pulsed a sequence, a rhythm, repeating at exact intervals. When cross-referenced, those intervals matched known cosmic events. Gamma-ray bursts, black hole mergers, gravitational wave signatures. The message wasn't just spatial. It was temporal. It may be a timeline. Or worse, a countdown. But counting down to what? No one knows. But the implications are terrifying. Something is coming. And someone wanted us to prepare. Linguists and cryptologists joined the effort. One pattern stood out above the rest, a recursive prime matrix, a complex number spiral, structured according to a base 60 system once used by the ancient Sumerians, 4,000 years ago. Why would a signal from beyond the stars reflect human mathematical systems? And not just any, but one from our distant past. Some believe this is evidence of prior contact. That humanity may have been touched by this intelligence before. Long ago. And simply forgotten. Others think it's proof of a cosmic language, a form of math, seeded across civilizations, meant not to teach us, but to awaken us? To prepare us for this moment. And now, a new question rises above all others: can we answer back? Several nations have begun constructing experimental quantum transmission arrays, designed to emit focused neutrino signals into the same trajectory Voyager once followed. But no one knows what answering might do. Is this a conversation? Or a test? Are we about to make contact? Or trigger a mechanism beyond our control? There's no consensus. Only silence. And the growing sense that we are not alone. And never were. For decades, Voyager 1 drifted through the cosmic sea, a ghost ship carrying the dreams of Earth. We thought its final message would be a whisper into nothing. A tombstone in the void.